In this passage of John chapter 21, there are four major stories. The fish story, do you love me story, how Peter was going to die story, and the story of Bartholomew. And our story is called Come and Have Breakfast. It had been Easter, but it had not yet been Pentecost. They had seen him already. He had given them their mission. But they had not yet gone. Things were not yet sufficiently settled. Things were not yet clear.
Peter decided to break their indecisiveness. He said, "Let me go to my work. I am going to go fish. We have to continue to eat." And some others, 6 of them, joined.
One of them was Nathanael, and that is strange. Did you ever hear of an apostle called Nathanael?
You did not. And the reason is that he normally is called with his father's name, Bartholomew. Something else is strange about him. In this report, John mentions where he comes from Cana, and even that does not seem to be sufficient. He even adds, from Cana in Galilee.
It seems that John wanted to stress that Nathanael was not a fisherman at all. Cana was not on the lake. It was in the middle of Galilee. Jesus did not find Nathanael on a boat. He found him under a tree, a fig tree.
Nathanael must have felt afraid. He stepped into that rickety boat. Fishing was not his job. He definitely did not feel at home. But that is the point. He joined because he wanted to be together with them. He wanted to be with Peter. But that night, they caught nothing. A disappointment for Peter, but for Nathanael too.
It became dawn, the dawn of a new day. They rowed to the shore and saw a man standing there next to a fire. He asked for some fish, and Peter told him, "Sorry, no fish." And the man said, "Throw out your net once more to starboard, and you will find some fish." That is what they did.
John remained looking at the man, and seeing the net crawl with fish, he looked once more. And then suddenly he understood, and he said, "It is the Lord." Peter almost dropped the net, and he wrapped something around himself, and he ran through the waves to the shore. And Jesus said, "Give me some fish." And they dragged the net to the shore, and they gave him the fish, one out of the 153 they had caught. And he started to fry it, and he said, "Come and have breakfast." And he took his bread, and he gave it to them. And he took the fish and handed it all around.
We always commemorate his Last Supper, and never the first breakfast after his resurrection with them.
That is a pity. Suppers are easy. They're at the end of the day. We are going to rest and relax. We are going to bed. Everyone is easily kind to anyone else, husbands to wives, parents to children. That is why we invite each other for supper or dinner. But breakfast is a different issue. Supper is most of the time easy. Breakfast is very often difficult. At breakfast, we have to start. We are cold and stiff. The blood does not yet run, and we fear the frustrations of the day. Kindness and gentleness have still to build up. We need first some coffee or tea.
At the dawn of that new day, at the dawn after the Last Supper, and everything that had happened since, Jesus said,
Very early in the morning, "Come, I have some breakfast." And they took his bread, and they took his fish, and he then asked Peter, but not only him, all the others too, all those who had been sitting in that boat, "Do you love me?
"Do you love me?"
Do you love me?"
And when Peter, in the name of himself, but also in the name of his crew, that non-fisherman Nathanael included, answered,
"Yes,
"Yes."
yes," he told them. "If that is true, if you love me, take care then of the small ones. Feed the big ones, and you, together, follow me."
And off they went, following him, leaving some crusts and some bones behind. Together with the fish, the boat, and now useless fire, into a totally new day and era.